All right, let's start with this one. Let's try and get the writing formal because they're going to mark you down a bit. So let's say the superhero character, Spider-Man. I don't know if that's the conventional way of writing it. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Marvel Comics needs a capital C.
Mm-hmm.
I think here, rather than saying he instantly became extremely popular, you want to say something along the lines of he made the leap from page to screen in. Yeah, I don't know when the first Spider-Man film was, but I think you need to.
I think that was when you talk about first appearance on screen, do you want to talk about like a fan film or the first official release?
Yeah, I think because we're talking business and making money, I think it should be the first official film.
All right, cool.
Which I don't know what it is.
It's in the annotated.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's the first one. I can't remember what the actor's name was.
All right. Is there a reason why you've got? Would it not make more sense to have the 2014 film before the 2016 film, so that you're talking about? Okay, so this is what the business
was like.
The way I
talk about it in the actual. Oh wait, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, I put it in chronological order. I just think it makes a bit more sense. Now here, if this should be in your annotated catalogue. That figure from IMDb.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so let's just have a look at that.
It's all up here. That's the budget.
Yeah. Okay. Now you've got to look at the layout for the annotated catalogue because they're very specific about that, and it means that when you reference anything from the annotated catalogue here, it has to look like this. Item, I don't know, let's put 7 in there. And it has to be in bold. And
in the annotated
it says item 7. And at the end of that, when you've explained what it is, you say, I chose this statistic from IMDb because it shows.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you look at, hang on, I keep going back to that page. I don't know why. If we look at, so here's, do you see how she's laid it out here? It needs to be item 5.
Like a brief explanation, etc.
Yeah, a brief explanation, and I chose this. I thought this interview was useful. I found this useful. I chose this. I discovered this quote, and then you have your ones that you haven't included at the end.
Cool.
But through I like it in brackets. This isn't one where she's done it quite like that. Everybody does it a little bit differently, but
brackets in bold.
Yeah, brackets in bold, square brackets in bold to show where it's come from. Amazing. Just make it a bit more formal. It's a little bit informal, so it didn't do the business it expected, or
didn't reach the standard I wanted to.
Something like that. Making a profit of just under, rather than only profiting by. I took it out because what I've been doing so just fade it out. I think you need a new. I think you should break it up a little bit if you're doing it like this. It's Toxic. Oh, it's Next Door, isn't it? I love this song. I'm going to see a band next week called Postmodern Jukebox who do songs like this, but in a kind of oldie, styly way, and they do a brilliant version of Toxic. That's cool. Now this is very important, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you've skated over it very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there should
No, because this was officially confirmed in 2015, so stating that Marvel won't receive a cut of blah blah. It's basically, it's like that's the explanation up it until there,
Yeah.
as well as that in the annotated. There's the deal in depth.
From where?
It's not actually put in here, but if you go to the annotated, go down. Okay, not this one. Go to the presentation. Sorry. Go down. Yeah, the deal in depth. And that's from the Variety magazine.
All right, so you can use this quotation without putting yourself over the word count, okay? So I would use the quotation rather than summarizing it in your own words. You say, this is a complicated deal as Variety Magazine item 7 or whatever it might be. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Use the quotation there, I think. Okay, every time you get a new time or a new theme or something like that, put a new paragraph in to spread it out a bit.
Right.
It's just easier for the person reading it. Right, but by this you mean it sort of reads a bit as if he didn't have much impact, but the point was he turned up and he had huge impact, even though he was only in that kind of fight at the airport, wasn't he? So I think you need to rephrase that a little bit, saying, despite the fact that he had very short time on screen, audiences and fans of superhero franchises had an extraordinary reaction to it. And I think you should have a quotation there from someone, a fan of something, or a quote from a tweet or something like that, or someone saying, it's great to see them together at last, or something like that, yeah? And make that another item. Now you'd put those the other way round, so you say a gross, this film was a massive success, achieving a gross of 313, blah, 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 against a budget of 175, yeah? And I think you need some quote here from a review just to back it up. You know, if you're saying it stayed really true to the original, is there a review that says this is a great version of Spider-Man? Okay. Blah blah blah. Review The Guardian.
So just basically just back up everything I'm saying.
Yeah, because what they're asking, you know, the research is supposed to be supported with evidence, which is listed in the annotated catalogue. All right, let's have a look at your other version. Okay, so again, has been around. I said the last one. Yeah.
I think that's the same. It's just copied to the actual presentation. I mean, the other thing.
Yeah. So rather than what Spider-Man can do, I can't remember as I said this last time, is the potential impact on the Marvel Universe franchise of including of bringing Spider-Man into the repertoire of characters or something like that, and something that leans towards business rather than what he can do. Okay, again, it's just a bit informal, yeah. Sorry, we've got 16 seconds. I can do it all in 16 seconds. Yeah, that's fine, but this will be